Day one.
Clear? Clear. Move. You got to get your shit right. You have to be operating from a place of power and not scarcity. You have to be operating from a place of abundance to actually pour into somebody else's fucking cup. True or not true? And it starts with doing work on self. When you're showing up with behavior that's not fucking serving you. Everyone says they want to go from A to B. I want to be here, Nick. I want to make 50. I want fucking abs. I want fucking girls. I want all the fucking things, Nick. It makes me feel good, Nick. But my behavior says otherwise. But I'm going to keep talking about it. It's one of the most harmful things you can do. Why is that? Why do you think it's harmful? It's great to be able to recognize inconsistency. But the next level is to figure out why the fuck am I so inconsistent? Until we get to the fucking root, we're out here just trimming branches. And inconsistency will grow again, and grow again, and grow again. And we have to get to the root fucking cause. It's a subconscious fucking story, I promise you that, inside of your program that is causing inconsistent behaviors.
It's 6:15. We're about 2/3 of the way through the day. Been up since 4:30 a.m. We did some hardcore workouts. We've done a lot of personal development. Probably one of the hardest I've worked out in my entire life. Like, gotta be top 5. I'm at a 20.2 for the day. This morning we did about a 2-hour workout, hit zone 5, burned 778 calories. And then we worked out for about 3.5 hours this afternoon. 17.9, burned 1,600 calories. For Nick and Coach Hudson, they brought us through some pretty intensive workouts, really pushed us, drew us all closer together. We were able to hit another gear within ourselves. Reflected back while I was going through that on David Goggins' 40% rule. When you think you're capped out, when you think you've given it your all, you're only at 40%. And you got another 60% left in the tank. So today was one of those days, one of those character building days that really tests you, pushes you, and ultimately just builds more mental fortitude in yourself. To reflect on the personal development stuff we did today, we did faith, family, fitness, and finance, the 4 quadrants. So how is our relationship with God, the Holy Spirit? You know, are we happy with where that's at? What are we going to do to become closer to God? And also our spiritual relationship with ourselves. How's our relationship with ourselves? What are we going to do to improve that? How's our relationship with not only our biological family, but our chosen family? Because I truly believe, like, there's 2 families. There's the family you're born with that you're stuck with, and there's the family that you choose. Just in both of those areas, how are my relationships? Am I happy with the relationships that I have? How can I deepen those relationships and form a stronger bond with the people I work with, the people I'm in business with, the people that I truly are my ride or dies, I consider family, and then also our biological family, and how can I be a better business owner, mentor, partner? How can I be a better husband to Claudia? And we really dove deep on all those aspects. And then I've talked about this before, but I truly believe it all starts in the gym. That was where it started for me, at least. That's the place where I've always been able to stay grounded. So reflecting back on where's my fitness, how happy am I with my current physique, with my current health, my ability to perform. I posted an Instagram reel a while back talking about how I don't trust fat leaders, and that got a lot of people pretty triggered. But Nick today, he was sharing about how there was a guy where he had a massive business, and they're doing about $50 million a year. And he had the opportunity to sell his business, but he got turned down, not because of his profitability or his EBITDA or how much money they were generating, was simply because he was overweight. And he said, I refuse to do business with you, and I refuse to partner with you because you're overweight. And how you do one thing is how you do everything. So not only where we're at now, but also what are our fitness goals? Not only today, but also 5 years from now, 10 years from now, and when we're older. Because we're in the life insurance industry, we talk to people all the time, and it's the saddest thing where you talk to a 45, 50-year-old man where he's basically done. He is basically done, and he's at the end of his life because he's unhealthy. And there's a saying where when you're healthy and you get a wish, you could wish for 1,000 wishes. When you're unhealthy, you get a wish, you wish for only one wish, and that wish is to be healthier. Where it doesn't matter how much money you have, how successful you are, you could be a billionaire on a yacht, but if you're sick and you're dying, the only thing you care about is your health. So health is the one thing you can't put a price tag on, and that's truly important. And then lastly is finance. You know, we're reflecting, we're digging deep on where are you at financially? Are you happy with the amount of income you're making? If you're not, what changes are we going to make in order to increase our income potential? because you're never going to out-earn your level of personal development. If I'm a salesman, which we're in life insurance sales, and I believe I'm only a $200,000 a month life insurance producer, well, it's going to be impossible for me to surpass $200,000 a month. And so you're only able to achieve the point of what your belief level in yourself is, but also becoming good stewards with our finances. If I blow with what little God has entrusted to me, well, how do you expect him to bless you with more?
Yeah, you can collaborate, you can.
Morning. All right, so day 2, and since the last update, a lot happened. We did a lot of work on self. It got pretty emotional. Can't say too much because we got the rest of our guys watching this, which a lot of the guys watching this are going to go through this program, so I don't want to give away too much, but we went until about 11 p.m. last night. It was up until about midnight talking with the guys. Woke up this morning, let's check the Whoop stats. Yesterday, we had a strain of about 20. Today, I've had a 1% recovery, which is insane. I've never had that. 30% sleep, which is not good. Rarely had that. Never seen this either. 4 out of my 5 health metrics are out of whack. These 3 are in the red. I've never seen this. This has been a test on not only mental fortitude, just testing yourself physically, but testing yourself mentally, and also going into the spiritual aspect as well, just figuring out like when we're in the suffering, like what am I weak? What do I need to improve on? Why am I here? And so that's what we're going to be getting it deeper into today. We'll keep you guys posted.
Perspective changing. Like, it just changed my whole mindset behind a few things.
Definitely taught me how to push harder, push through everything, I would say. Always kind of just giving up.
It's about reprogramming your actual program. It's subconscious, so I thought that was something I took away.
You know, learned a lot about myself, about my brothers, but more importantly, learned about AI and how to leverage our business model even better, making it more profitable.
Favorite thing is the people that we're here with. Makes the whole experience, man. Couldn't do it alone.
We're better together. You always have to push your limits. You'll be better on the other side and you get to know the real you, because we as human beings have untapped potential. It's all about discipline and consistency, so don't stop until you get your goal.
The toughest thing was, letting go of old habits. I'm glad I got to be here and, separate from that past self. They uplift each other. They stand for each other. They lend a hand in need.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want to be anywhere else, to be honest.
I'm loving how much we've all been bonding and just growing together and really just building the culture up together.
One of the most powerful things anybody can do, and I work strictly with men, is really just hold up a mirror and ask themselves, what am I learning about me? The more you can learn about how you're showing up and whether or not that's helpful or harmful behavior, the more you can catch patterns and then interrupt those patterns and install new ones. So I know there's a lot to that to unpack, but I think the easiest thing is asking yourself that question multiple times a day as you go throughout your day. What am I learning about me? So.
All right, Prosper Leadership Development concluded. We not only got pushed physically, but we also got pushed mentally too. All the boys came together as a leadership unit. We pushed ourselves. We figured out where our weak points are. We learned more about ourselves. Shout out to Claudia for keeping all the boys fed. Not only did we learn about ourselves and did a lot of work on ourselves, personal development, learned about how to just become closer with our family, be closer with our coworkers, our leaders, our agents, people we're mentoring, learn how to properly manage our finances, how to be healthier, live healthier, higher quality lives.
but most importantly, become closer with God and, develop some sort of spiritual aspect in our lives. So shout out to Coach Hudson too. We learned about how to tactically implement AI into our business. He's an absolute AI wizard. And overall, it's been a highly productive week. A lot of planning went into this, and it was executed almost perfectly. Couldn't have asked for better views, better Airbnb, just being up there in the mountains, on the water. So we're blessed, and it's been a good 4 days.